Hi everybody and welcome back or welcome to Weirdly Tropicals. Today I'm going to come with a shorter episode and only with 2 plants today, just to see if I can bang out a shorter video, see if people prefer that particular style. Let me know in the comments if you prefer if I'm going to do more 3 and 4 per episode or if 2 is the right mix for you. I've got 2 glorious plants today. One you probably heard of and one that you maybe haven't heard of. I've certainly not seen the second one, how tall that it kind of grows. So I was very interested to kind of bring that to you today. So stick around to the end to see the second plant. But without further waffle, I'm going to show you the information about the first plant, show you how I'm going to be planting that, get that all done, and then we'll move on to plant 2. So if you haven't already, don't forget to click subscribe. So first plant up today from Plant World Seed is Hedychium Assam Orange. That's just showing you the flower spike there. Comes from Nepal, Bhutan, kind of from the Himalayan region. So it's kind of grows along kind of like monsoony kind of style forest areas along the kind of the banks there. So it is used to getting a colossal amount of water. I know we joke in the UK about it never stopped raining, but these see a level of water that hopefully it won't see here. Although over the last couple of weeks, I feel like it might have been right at home. The interesting facts about this plant is what I've seen online with it. They tend to grow as if they're like kind of stretched, as if they're leaning out of the border in a lot of instances, probably not all of them. But then the flower spike is always dead straight, even if the plant's kind of leaning. And I've seen time and time again examples like this. I suppose it depends on the planting location and where the sun is, because they tend to grow towards the light. But I even saw one in Texas, and I probably get a little bit more sun than what we get in the UK in Texas, and that was reaching as well. The size on this one, people couldn't agree. So on the RHS, which is quite a useful resource on there, they said it's about 1 meter tall, but I saw so many more examples that were more like 1.5 meters, 2 meters tall. So put in the comments your experience of growing it. I've got 2 little seedlings, but I've grown other Hedychiums, just not Assam Orange, so I can't say for sure. But for the sake of the video, we'll go between 1 meter and 2 meters, but feel free to put it in the comments if you know exactly how big they grow. We would plant these out after the last frost, so in the UK around about May, maybe end of April, depending on the season. They have beautiful red berries on them at the end of the season, which is where the seed pods form from. But they're like really kind of glossy, kind of like little cherries. They look quite interesting, but quite a sizable little seed pod really from the flowers, because they grow about between 10 and 20 centimeters tall. So quite a sizable little flowers, but they come out en masse as well. So when you look at them, they look absolutely fantastic. So I was really happy to grow this one, as well as being similar to cannas in the sense of you can propagate them 2 ways, from division and from the seeds as well. Hopefully you have better luck than me this year. Just as they started emerging in the Gardnerianum version that I've got, the birds swooped down and ate a lot. So somewhere around here, after the birds have dealt with that, somebody will be getting some free Hedychiums, but it's not going to be me. The flowers as well are fragrant as well, just to add to that. And I absolutely really got into my fragrant flowers last year. And the garden just smelled absolutely fantastic. So onto the germination advice. So I'm going to show you in a moment. I'll move the camera over onto this little one here, just so you can do a bit of a bird's eye and see what I'm doing. But for those that are in the know, we're going to surface sow these, so that you just scatter them on top. The mix that we're going to use is the same that we always use. If you've got compost, just just give it a little bit of a sieve if you can, or try and thin out any of the stones and stuff like that from it, and just try and give it as free draining as possible. And then I always add perlite into it as well, just to add that kind of free draining nature as well. So it'll hold enough water, but it won't be soaking. We're going to wrap these as well in a plastic wrap, or if you've got like one of the domes over there, just put one of those over it as well, because that helps. We're going to then thinly cover with vermiculite, which I'm glad about, because I bought a new stack of vermiculite at the bottom, and none of the plants so far have needed it yet, so it's just been sat there dormant. The temperature, slightly different. The seed packet said 15 to 20 degrees C, and the online research that I did said 20 to 25 C, which is 68 to 77 Fahrenheit. So if we hit the middle, which is a 20 on both ends, the higher one and the lower one, I think we should be cooking on gas from there. The germination can be erratic from a couple of weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks, up to 2 or 3 months. So what that means is if you look at the seed thing in a couple of weeks, the seed tray in a couple of weeks, and there's 3 out of the 15 that I've germinated, what you don't do is dash that compost. You've done the work anyway, you've sown them as it is, so that's absolutely fantastic. plant on the other 3 once they get to a decent size, and then just leave that seed tray as it is, because you might find a month later, 2 months later, the rest of them will go as well. This is not a uniformed sowing with these, so if you've done the work, just hold on to it. So like I say, the sake of a seed tray, it's really not going to take up much time at all. What I'm going to do now is we will go over to there so you can kind of see where it is, and then I'm going to come to you with an absolute beauty in a moment after I've sown this, so don't forget to stick around. So first things first, we're going to get the seed tray that we're going to be using, and we're going to fill that with Koya, which is the brown material that you can see. And then the white material is perlite, and I use that all of the time for these seed mixes. So for this one, when we're talking about a surface sow, I like to use my automatic sprayer first and foremost, just to level that off. Give that a bit of a spray. Should level roughly the compost down for me as well. And then now once that's done, that's absolutely perfect. I'm going to get rid of the water outside of the cup. So I'm going to dump that out. And then with the rest of these seeds, as they're coming out of there, some of them are just going to pour out anyway. So I'll let nature take its course with those. And then with the rest of these, I'm going to get those out bit by bit, as you can see here. And I'm just going to rub my fingers and thumb together, and that will scatter these. I'm not trying to do anything perfect. I'm trying to pretend as if it was a bit more natural. Because if they fell out the seed pod, they would bounce on the floor and they would go, probably loads of them together, and then some of them would be in another area. So just like that, I'm just going to kind of put no science with it, and just let them all drop in as I need to. I'm trying to sow them a little bit so they're like perfectly even around the seed tray as well, but at the same point just trying to let them do their own thing. So that's all the seeds gone now. Onto the vermiculite. So as you can see, the beige looking material there is vermiculite. So what we're going to do is just give these seeds a little bit of a dusting, nothing more, and that just helps keep 360 moisture around the seeds so they're not drying off from the top. The vermiculite will help give them a little bit of a cover. Of course, the vast majority of these seeds actually need light to germinate, so we don't want to bury these. This is literally just a small dusting is all. So very finally, we put the label in there. So it's Hedychium Assam orange. On the back I put 3 packs and today's date. I've fully soaked that through so the water's dripping through the bottom. I'm just going to wrap that in the plastic bag, get that all sealed shut, and that's absolutely perfect. We'll easily be able to see the seedlings germinating through there. As soon as we start seeing the germination, we're going to rip the plastic off. It'll be humid enough inside of the propagator so that the rest will be able to germinate as well. But now on to a really, really special plant. The thing grows absolutely huge. So without further waffle, let's get at it. On to plant number 2, which is known as the pink torch ginger, or I think it's pronounced. I'm gonna give it a go, but if you know better, then that's fine. Etlingera, Elatior pink. I watched a Australian video on this one from years and years ago. Quite a funny video, to be fair. And it showed these, because when I was looking at the sizes on them, it was saying that we're between like 2 and 5 meters, and I thought it's such a swing, I need to try and dial that in a little bit. I looked at the video and these things were huge. They were literally 4 or 5 meters. So this thing is native to Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, that kind of area. And they truly, truly like those kind of tropical conditions where it's humid, warm, proper tropical, not much swing in temperature and all the rest of it. And where I saw these were massive, like clumps, like kind of like bamboo in the sense of it went on for quite a while. There was such a dense area full of these things, quite nice looking uprights on them, similar to, you know, like your cannas and things like that. They kind of grew like that, where the spacing on them wasn't too far apart, but quite a chunky thing as well. But they were massive. What they were saying was, it was what I can find online as well. So if you grow these in a conservatory in the UK, you're more likely to get your 2 meters, that kind of range, maybe 3 meters. But if you give them the ideal conditions, i.e. you don't let them dry out, they have that humidity all the time, they're not in like on the end of your patio getting absolutely baked and dry with the winds and stuff in summer and getting truly baked by the sun all day, you'll get the lower end. If you get them that kind of moist conditions, tropical conditions, whether it's in, like I say, a conservatory, or maybe it's in like a partial shade parts on kind of area, you might get the bigger versions, as well as obviously the feed that's available to them in the tropics and stuff with all the leaf fall and things. They are going to have rich soil over there, so they will have nutrients available to them all the time. So that explains the kind of swing between 2 and 5 meters. So these things can get big. The guidance online as well, so make sure if you plant them, you give them enough room to absolutely go for it as well. So they are used in food as well. So the emerging buds on them, the flowers are really nice. They're similar in style to kind of like succulents, in the sense of they're like a waxy kind of a thickish thing that make up this beautiful, I'll try and put it on screen, like this pink flower. They're in reds and other colours, like I think whites and stuff are available as well. The red one was nice, but this pink one looks absolutely beautiful. But the emerging buds, before they open out, they're chopped up and using quite a lot of food as well, in kind of like the Asian cuisine, and in salads and things as well. But there was a lot of like noodle kind of recipes that I saw that contain these, so quite an interesting fact. I won't be eating them. The flower as well, which I've not seen before, but I've not really had much experience with it. They produce, so say for example, I'll use this canna as an example. If these are the big 4-5 meter stems, the flowers, a perfect example, would be more down here at 1 meter. So these things are flowering down here, and the canes will stay where they are, so that they'll stay really well tall. So you get this massive canopy above them, and the flowers are around about 1 meter. So quite an odd looking thing, because you tend to find that the flowers on a lot of things are more towards the higher end of the plant. So these things are on their own, and they don't flower on the actual stems that have got the leaves on them. They produce their own, and the flower becomes on that. So I thought that was an interesting thing. Probably more common than I think, but it's not, I haven't stopped and ever thought really about that. But yeah, feel free to put something in the comments, any other examples that you've got of that, where they produce their own and stuff, or similar vibe. The flowers are about 8 to 10 inches tall and about 6 to 8 inches wide. So quite a lot of information there regards the actual plant itself. A truly beautiful plant. But let's show you how to germinate them. So some people said that this is a bit of a longer haul thing. So say for example, with a lot of plants where you sow them and they don't tend to flower for a couple of years, which is quite normal with a lot of things, like Brugmansia can be the same thing as well. But these ones can be between about 2 and 5 years before they actually start bearing any kind of flowers on them. But the foliage is fantastic anyway. So I'm going to grow them for that canna style vibe. And then when they finally flower, I'll switch my opinion, so I grow them for the flowers. So at least for the first couple of years, all we're getting is the foliage on them. We want to soak these. They are small. I would show you the seed packet, but these are the first ones that I got from prettywildseeds.co.uk, but they just come in a packet like that, so there's no actual illustration on there. Decent amount of little seeds in there, but again, they are of the smaller variety, but a good amount in there for one packet. Well-drained mix, which is what we always use anyway. 25 to 30 degrees C, which is 73 to 86 Fahrenheit. High humidity, again, we're going to wrap these in plastic, just because that's the best way of achieving those. We're going to cover these thinly with vermiculite, so exactly the same method as I've just shown you for this one as well. So those that watched it, just thinly over the top, and then put a very small amount of vermiculite over the top, label it and wrap. Keep these moist, not soaking wet. 4 to 8 weeks, up to 12 weeks for germination, so between about 2 and 3 months. And uneven germination is absolutely normal. So again, those two plants couldn't be any closer. Exactly the same sowing conditions, exactly the same germination conditions, bar this one looks a little bit warmer. But again, if we've got 20, I'm sure they'd be absolutely fine. I'm going to get those sown now. Don't forget to label them, put the date on them, and that one will be absolutely good to go. So hopefully you enjoyed those two plants. If you're still here at the end, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to be doing updates on when these things actually go, as well as years to come, me confirming the information that I was told online as well. The great thing about in here, it's freezing outside. It's been quite a mild December, but it's still not tropical out there. But in here, it's nice and warm. We can just get at our own thing. I would normally put my music on and just have a great time in here, getting all these seeds so we can have a fantastic yard for next year. Or even into the year after, as well as growing some stuff like the pink torch that maybe other people don't have as well. So let me know if you like the shorter format, or if you wanted me to go back to the longer one so you can sit there with your iPad and grow along at the same time as me. I won't show this one because it's the same method. It's just me repeating exactly the same thing again. So as I appreciate your time, I'm gonna let you crack on, but don't forget to like and hype the video, and thank you very much for watching. Thanks again.